Hello, my name is Diana Hubbard. I'm here to interview Sal Tedesco. And you enlisted in the Army?
When I got back, and I was invited down to the VFW, and in the service, you build a relationship with 4 or 5 guys, a band of brothers, okay? So when you come home, after you see your relatives, you say, wait a minute, there's something missing. You miss that camaraderie. So I went down to the VFW, and you talk about old times, and it was like an extension of the Band of Brothers. And they had dinners, and they had dances, and they had parties, and you felt part of the community.
What is your favorite moment?
Well, there's 2 or 3. Well, one was, they called me in one day and they said, look, we're hurting for money. Guys are dropping out. A lot of people aren't working. They said, would you take over the puppy sales? So I went, I sat down and I went to the auxiliary. I got 4 girls. They would get the cans together, put the flowers with the rubber bands around it. And I went to the guys and I went to store, and I went and I said, can we stand outside your door? And they said, oh, sure. And that first year we raised $2,800, which put us in a good spot. Yeah. So they asked me for 4 years in a row to do it.
The post number, the New York
729.
729 in New York.
Right.
VFW.
And I said, look, I got a chance to go to Florida, vacation, I'm going, get somebody else. So they awarded me a life membership, which was,
That's great.
The other was 5 years in a row I was asked to head the parade, which was an honor, you know. Sometimes we had 40 veterans marching, sometimes we had 10. So those 2 things stick out in your mind, because they could have chosen a lot of people, and it's nice that you're chosen, you feel.
Then, later in life, that you have decided to move down here in Allegheny County, Sparta, North Carolina.
I was asked by the state commander, because I had a life membership that is at large, because I moved, would I please join down here? And I said, yes. So he says, all right, I'll get the paperwork going. And we joked about it, and I said, well, he said, you know, you gotta be voted in. I said, well, we did the same thing. And I said, but we used black and white marbles. And the members would go by the basket, and they would drop in a marble. And if there was a black marble in there, you couldn't join.
Really?
Yeah. So I hope I don't get a black marble.
I don't think you have to worry about it here. So then you'll be joining the post 7034 in Sparta.
Right.
But I'm sure they will be so glad.
Well, I'm happy to join. It's a great post. One of the best.
Well, now, did I understand you were the commander?
I was commander 1 year.
1 year.
We would limit everybody to 1 year because we didn't want any dynasty. And we wanted new blood all the time. And it worked out pretty good. We had some excellent commanders, and that kept us going while a lot of the posts around us were closing.
Well, good leadership.
Well, yeah, we had excellent leadership.
Yes, it makes a big difference when you
Yeah.
good leadership.
But I would say the VFW was it was a resting place. Saturday night you could go down there with your wife, you see a lot of your friends, have a few beers, dance, a lot of fun. And it wasn't that expensive, you know.
Well, thank you, Sal. This concludes our interview.